In this tutorial, we're gonna take a look at the most common mistakes that people make when using spreadsheets. Especially with Cavalry, it's important to have clear structured data spreadsheets so that you can easily scale your data into infinite amounts. So let's take a look how we can avoid these mistakes, and I'll give you the ways how to do it instead. Let's go. The first thing you need to do is to avoid these nice looking spreadsheets. I know we're creators, we like to make stuff visually pleasing, but spreadsheets are not meant to be visual pleasing. They need to be structured. And one of the most common mistakes I see everybody in the world do is create tables like this. No good. Always start from here, and let's make a new spreadsheet. And let's format it, and this is how you can make beautiful spreadsheets. Where the hell is it? Formatting, alternating colors. Let's pick a color, and then you start filling in the spreadsheets, because Cavalry looks at the header, row 1, for the title of that specific data, and then you start filling in the data here. So try to avoid these nice looking spreadsheets. They're not gonna help you out. And another thing what you usually see people do is like every single cell has its own coordinates. You can see it here in the corner. But in some cases you can merge cells. And in this case, this cell is B23 and C23. And you can merge them with this little icon. Don't do this, it will break the data flow. And once people start actually working with it in Cavalry, it will screw things up, so avoid merged cells. And on top of that, as you can see here, we have two different tables. So that means these are probably two different data sets. Always split your data sets in different sheets or tabs. You see here different sheets that we can use. So if you have a set of data, put it into one tab and put the other set of data in another tab. Because what if this becomes longer? You suddenly have to add here a row below, and then it starts breaking stuff. So put all data that is relevant into each single tab. Another common mistake that I see is that people start filling out cells by hand, something that could be automated. And you would want to have that automated because humans make mistakes, even you. I'm gonna give you an example, and the most classic example is this one. Row, numbers, you fill in the first three, you select them all, and then drag them down. But the problem is, the moment I input an extra row below, then this isn't correct anymore. And you can really easily make a mistake this way. And the best way to avoid that is just to use built-in formulas. And this formula is really easily equals row A2, and you already see in preview that it's going to give us 2, but we want to start with 1, and then it is really easy, -1. There we have it, and all you have to do is now drag down below, and if you're going to add a new row above, then everything adjusts, and you only have to drag this in here, and everything stays in order. Another one of my favorites is a random number. I'm going to show you in Cavalry. In Cavalry we have this random generator behavior, and we have this seed, which makes sure that it always has a random value between 0 and 10. And when I'm working with large scale amount of visuals, I like to use the random generator to switch things up. But I don't want to connect this to the index. I actually wanted to give it a random number. So within spreadsheets, let's go back, there's also in a native formula, and that is rand between 1 high 1000, and then let's autofill, and it's already randomly generated. And this ensures that every single visual is always different. This is the fun part, is when we fill something else in this cell, see how the random numbers change. They always change, and let's fill in another. And this ensures that the output always is different. This is the way how I use native formulas within Google Sheets. Another common mistake that I see is duplicated data. Duplicated data can be really dangerous. For example, let's take a look at here, and we have color options. And what I see a lot of people do is, hey, let's do red and blue, and then red again, blue, red. But what if you have a list of 1000 rows and you suddenly have to change the color from red to something else, or by accident you didn't write red but you wrote rat? Try to find that back. That's really annoying. So in that case, I always suggest to make a list. And you could make a list by creating drop down menu and then fill in here the values that you need. But even better is, let's remove this, is to create a separate sheet. And I already have here an example where you already have all the colors, but you could also add the hex color or maybe even a symbol or even more data, because you can reference that data back within Cavalry. And then in this case, we're going to go to here, back, drop down menu, and instead of just drop down from a range, just click on select data range, then go to color, select these colors, press OK, and press done. Go back. Oh, easy formulas. Let's drag this down here, and now you can select the colors. Try to avoid putting data, multiple data input into one cell. For example, here we actually add here, in this case, red, Monday, something else. These are 3 different data points. You want to avoid that. You want to have each column in one, each column dedicated to one single data point. So let's remove this. This is not great, but for whatever reason, you must have it together in one cell because your client is asking for it, or you still want to see it coming back into your Cavalry scene. In that case, there's a formula called concatenate. And let's do that, concatenate. And then it asks you which string. In this case, we're going to do C2, which is going to return red, comma. And then we do something like an underscore, comma. And then we use D2 for Monday, close brackets, enter, autofill everything. And this is a better way if you must have data all in one cell. For example, you want to name the files in this specific way. Now imagine that you have thousands of rows and like 20 different columns, everything filled with data. And you start scrolling down. And as you notice, this header, which is indicating what type of column it is disappearing. And just imagine you have a whole massive spreadsheet. Sometimes it's actually really hard to look back and I'm like, hey, what is this column actually doing? So in that case, I made this mistake before, that I accidentally filled another data type into a different column. In that case, right click on the first row and then go to view more row actions and freeze up to row 1. And let's make this a better color. Let's go to format, alternating colors, red. And now when I start scrolling down, the first row always is visible. So I can actually see what each row is doing. Even when I'm at row 1000, I can easily take a look, make sure that I'm filling in the right data. Now you got a nice bunch of data. Now you need to start sharing it to Cavalry. And the best way to do that is by sharing anyone with a link, copy the link, and then copy paste that link in Cavalry. However, be careful, this copy or this link can be seen by everybody. So if we go to incognito, new incognito window, and we copy paste the link here, everybody can see your whole spreadsheet. And if you're working with sensitive data, this is not the way to go. In that case, just go to File, Download, and download as an CSV and save it within your project, and make sure that the share is not anyone with a link, but restricted to yourself and your clients. Especially if you're dealing with sensitive data like customer data or just anything that is privacy law sensitive, make sure you just don't like put this into anyone with a link, because what if that link gets leaked and anybody can see it? There's a possibility you might be responsible. You'll be responsible for data leakage, and you don't want to have that. So make sure when you're working with sensitive data that you don't spread around the links, don't share with anybody. Make sure you take the right precautions. And I already hear you, Daniel, I really do not want to work with spreadsheets. All those formulas, they're really confusing, and I really do not understand how spreadsheets work. Well, don't worry about that, because a recent invention, AI, can help you with that. So let's take a look how you can do that. So in this case, I really want to have like the unique values of E, and I only want to see one of them so I know which values are present. So let's just make a screenshot of the whole sheet. And once again, if you're dealing with sensitive data, don't just copy paste this in AI. Let's paste it, and then I'll use a whisper flow to talk with it, and I'll say, hey, could you take a look at this spreadsheet? In column AE, we have a red Monday and blue Wednesday, and I really would like to know all the unique values within column E, and those unique values, I want to have them in a separate sheet. It's currently part of Easy-Formulas tab, and I would like to paste it in a completely new tab. Could you give me the formula to get these unique values? Let's press enter. And there we got a result. And we get two different formulas. And for now, let's just use this. Copy. And then go to a new tab, our spreadsheet, and just copy paste the formula right here. And there you get the unique values. If you don't know how Google Sheets work or any spreadsheet, just use AI. AI is really good for this kind of stuff. I barely fill in the formulas myself. This is the end of the tutorial. I know spreadsheets are really not sexy, they're not creative, but if you know the basics and you know how to actually properly use them, it's gonna save you so much time in the long run. So just dive into it, just try something out, try something with AI, like give it some ideas like how you want to manipulate data, and it will give you a formula back. And you can do this with any AI account, even the free variants. Go try it out, have fun with it, and on a later tutorial we might actually start using properly spreadsheets into specific templates. See you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.